Okay, Matt, we got the memo about the Kindness Rising promo, but what exactly are we promising people?
And is there craft services? Hey, I need snacks too.
Gentlemen, focus. Kindness Rising multiplies kindness and helps people get up on the right side of the bed.
So wait, we're not doing another angry headline show.
Exactly. We rise above the negative, divisive noise.
Translation, less rage bait, more high fives for humanity.
And this is live, like actually live.
Yep. We go live on YouTube and LinkedIn, 7:30 a.m. Eastern every weekday.
Wait, if it's live, what if I forget my lines?
Then you improvise.
Okay, so our tagline is basically wake up, tune in, and start your day with kindness.
Exactly. Kindness Rising. Good vibes, practical tips, and a reason to get up on the right side of the bed.
You heard the boss. Subscribe now before he makes us do a TikTok dance.
Kindness Rising. Wake up, tune in, and let's make some good noise.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Kindness Rising. Today we are talking about something humans have always relied on, even when we pretend we don't need it. It's community, the original magic trick where strangers become friends, helpers appear out of nowhere, ideas grow faster when shared, and people come alive when surrounded by other people who care. So let's rise.
Every morning, the world starts quietly. One soft light at a time. Homes flicker awake, shops open. People take those first small steps into a brand new day. And in all of that ordinary movement, there's something kind of extraordinary. A moment worth noticing. A spark you feel before you even name it. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's small, but kindness shows up right on time. And every morning we choose to show up with you so we can look for that spark together.
Good morning. I'm Matt Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, and this is Kindness Rising. Let's rise together.
Community isn't optional. It's actually biological. The longest running happiness study from Harvard for 85 years, an 85-year study found one clear truth. Strong relationships equal happier, healthier, longer lives. Even UCLA discovered that loneliness activates the same brain pathways as physical pain. And the U.S. Surgeon General says chronic isolation is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Adult development research shows people grow stronger, heal faster, and develop better habits in supportive groups because we are wired for each other. Community is where all the good stuff happens. It's where it happens here on Kindness Rising. Good morning, Adam Holroyd. Holroyd, I appreciate you jumping in and saying hello this morning, hanging out with us here on Kindness Rising as part of the Mornings in the Lab network. When we're done, we get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends for their get up, get after it, don't hit the snooze button cast. Absolutely. If you're out there in the community, get involved in the chat. We are talking about community. We are talking about why community matters so much. And here's the deal. This is why we're talking about it. Community isn't just physical anymore. It's digital, it's global, and it's constantly evolving. And that's what we do here on Mornings in the Lab network and on Kindness Rising. We are building a community. Absolutely. Absolutely. Am I a little dark today? I don't know if there was some adjustment made to my light. You know, we just do it as we go here. Whatever. How's that? I feel like that's a little. There we go. All right. That's how we do it when we go live here. And as we build this digital community, people jump in and jump out. People get involved. I hope they come and stay by subscribing to the channel and showing up with us at 7:30 in the morning every weekday with Kindness Rising. A person will show up, another person jumps in, maybe a few days pass, and then a familiar face comes back, and suddenly something bigger is forming. It's what we're building here, a digital neighborhood, a network, an ecosystem as part of the Mornings in the Lab network. Good morning, Roseanne Roof. You are definitely part of the ecosystem of Kindness Rising. I am so glad that you join me every day. Mom, say hello. Say hello to everyone in the chat. Because this is what modern community looks like. Your mother jumps in, she jumps out. Adam Holroyd's up in Canada. I'm here in New York. This is how we build a community together. People who have never met in person, but they're still learning, growing, and laughing, healing, and belonging together. So that is what we do here on Kindness Rising, and we welcome in new people like Zayden Botha. Zayden Bata, Botha. Tell us about yourself, Zayden. We are glad you're here. And Mike Sullivan, who shows up every weekday morning. Sully, I hope things are going well for you today. Absolutely. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. So, we're building a digital community here. Absolutely. Part of our digital community is the friends that we bring in and check in with on a daily basis. That's Cal and Stan, and let's see what they're
Good
up
news. The neighbors lent us their grill.
Dude, we don't even know him.
We do now.
That's not how introductions usually work.
Stan's networking strategy is simple. Borrow something large enough that they have to talk to you again.
Quite a strategy Stan uses. I know I have spent my time in tailgating parking lots and borrowed things from neighbors and had things borrowed. And you do meet and you do build a community. It's not always someone on the take, but yeah, there's definitely been some great community built within the jam band community. I think that's pretty much a model, right? An insane model, of course. Festival parking lots, people who are traveling with the band, people who've been to hundreds of the shows, fandoms. We talk about those here on Kindness Rising too, but there's lots of different places to meet and build a community today more than others. Technology and our willingness to connect and our ability to connect and learn and grow from each other has enabled us to do that in ways that have never been done before. And it is the way that we connect here on Kindness Rising. It's the way we connect as the world together. And one thing we always do here on Kindness Rising is talk about amazing organizations, models, and things that are going on that are helping to bring positivity, to bring light, to bring a little bit more kindness to the world. We multiply kindness and unlock growth by spotlighting organizations. And this is a really cool one that I spent some time looking at their website today, and I'm going to try to share it because we tried new things. There it is. Amazing. All right. Getting better at that. We are talking about this very organization. It is called a Repair Cafe. Has anyone ever heard of Repair Cafe? Well, what it is, it was actually a movement that was started back in 2009 with one simple idea from a woman in the Netherlands. And she asked, what if instead of throwing things away, we helped each other fix them? At repair cafes around the world, volunteers open their doors and invite neighbors to bring in the broken pieces of their everyday life: lamps, radios, toys, bikes, jackets, vacuums, sewing machines. And here's the magical part: total strangers sit together side by side and figure it out. They troubleshoot, they tinker, they learn from each other, and for a little while, their world feels a little smaller, a little closer, and a little kinder. Absolutely. A repair cafe turns simple acts of helping into belonging, and belonging into something we all need more of, and that's a little hope. A little bit of hope that people will work together to solve problems. Amazing volunteers are powering this movement in neighborhoods all over the world. check them out. They are the Repair Cafe. Toss it away? No way. All right. That's Repair Cafe. Now, if I can get rid of Repair Cafe, boom, I'm back. I'm back. So glad to be back with you on full screen. I think you were seeing me the entire time. My mother says, hello, everyone in Matt's community, even though I can't see any of you. I know I'm getting frustrated by that too, Mom. I know people cannot be seen across the verticals just yet, across the different streams. I am streaming from one platform now, which has made things simpler and a lot smoother for me, for sure. But I still don't have the feature for everyone in the community to be able to see the others. So I'll just read it. Marcel wants to know if I'm a gangster. I am not a gangster. I am more of a prankster than a gangster. That is my world. No, I'm not a gangster. I'm Matt Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, and I come here every weekday morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, to get people up in the morning, to have a good time, to spread a little positivity, to rise above the noise, talk about stuff that makes us feel a little bit more positive and get our day started that way. And today we are talking about community and building a community, just like we're doing here. Marcel, subscribe to the channel and become part of our community. Absolutely. I'm so glad that you are here. Tell us where you're from, what you're up to. Get involved in the chat. All right. I am going to take a sip. Take a sip. Everybody chill. Take a sip. Have a great morning. Very excited to be here with you, of course. All right. Okay, we're going to take it back now with our Be Kind Rewind. You're from Hungary? Awesome. Psychedelics and a music lover. So Grateful Dead, that might be right around that vibe for sure. If you ever check out Widespread Panic or Fish, those are bands that I like, I'm a music lover that vibe with the psychedelic world for sure. For sure. We can talk about others too. Tell us about what bands you're into. Marcel, I love to learn about new music too, by the way. And I'll tell you about some of my favorite artists for sure. But right now we're going to kick it back. We're going to kick it back on our Be Kind Rewind. And Gen X might remember this one. I know I did, when I was thinking about the communities that I grew up in that influenced my life and that formed who I am, basically. I'm talking about my original neighborhood community, the neighborhood community where I grew up and played street games as a kid. Kick the can, manhunt, hide and seek, capture the flag. That was another one. Absolutely. No phones, no schedules, very little parental oversight, just a pack of kids negotiating the rules like tiny union reps, and one dented coffee can that somehow held the whole neighborhood together. Everybody belonged. Everybody was invited, and the entire street transformed the second someone yelled, "Hey, you guys want to play?" Absolutely. We learned teamwork. We learned strategy. We learned speed. Not one of my strengths, speed. Definitely not. And yes, betrayal. Betrayal. Yes. Ratting people out. No, I'm just kidding. We learned about how people work together in groups, because community isn't something you wait for. It's something you co-create. And as kids, we didn't search for belonging. We made it. Adults could use a little bit more of that kick the can energy in their lives by joining us here on Kindness Rising every weekday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Absolutely. All right. Natty Dread. Jan Tiersen for music. All right, Marcel. Natty Dread. Is that like reggae? Like, I don't know. All right. But we're live here, so we're going to wait for Marcel to tell us a little bit more about his music for sure. Absolutely. He's talking about reggae. Okay. Awesome. Like Marley, of course. Bob Marley. Jimmy Cliff just died. Huge loss in the reggae world, the old school reggae. The harder they come, the harder they fall. Great song. Jimmy Cliff, part of the Rastafarian and the revolutionary thinking coming out of the Caribbean, and the music coming out of the Caribbean in the 70s and the 80s when things were, I don't know much about the history there. I just know that it was tumultuous. It's tumultuous, obviously. But Jimmy Cliff passed away last week for sure. That's about as far as my reggae knowledge goes, Marcel. But if you've got bands, people that you think I should be digging into, I will check them out for sure. All right. Well, we're talking about going live. We are live here on Kindness Rising for sure. Every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. And when you go live, that's when you show up. When you show up, create consistently, you can create gravity and energy where people start to recognize your voice and your energy. And then they start rooting for you and they start coming back for you. And that's how community forms. I know people are coming back. New people are coming in and out. I love it. But that's how this is done when you go live. Absolutely. If you want to lead your own community, you want to build some authority around a subject matter, you want to be moving your life forward. There's so many benefits. I'm glad to talk to you about the benefits of going live. If you want to reach out to me, Matthew Roof, here on Kindness Rising on YouTube. You can also reach me on LinkedIn as well as Facebook. But LinkedIn, here in LinkedIn, great place to reach out. Love to hear from you. I have connected with some people outside of the chat, and you never know where things go. So I appreciate everyone who chooses to come and spend some time here with us as part of the Mornings in the Lab network. We are a network. We're a network that exists, and we show up. We are real people behind this. You're supported, you're seen, especially if you've never considered yourself a content creator, a content person. People aren't looking for perfect. They're just looking for you. So if you're interested in going live, share your space, your story, however you want to do it, we can help you do it on the Mornings in the Lab network. Come join us. All right. Holy moly, my coffee almost just spilled. All right. I once again am doing things a little different today in the room. I don't know. Push back a little bit. We'll see how things go. I'm kind of liking it. I think my camera is less shaky. Yeah. There's my own personal live feedback on my own show. On my show. About my show, on my show. All right, enough of that silliness. Let's see what our buddies are up to over here. Sensei Whiskers.
Sensei, how do you flip the whole vibe of a day?
Simple. Command the first 5 minutes.
Okay, that's actually huge.
Powerful mornings, powerful you.
All right. Sensei Whiskers coming in with a little powerful message to remember to command your day. Start your mornings right with Kindness Rising right here, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, because we always give you something to walk away with, some tidbit of information, some idea of how to take our concepts, the things we're talking about, and make them an active part of your life. Absolutely. And today we're talking about 4 ways to build community with intention. First of all, initiate micro connection. That's it. Just quick connect. Quick connect. You never know where it will lead. Some kind of a micro connection. Quick eye glance, a gesture to someone, a quick text message, something like that. Absolutely. Show up before you're asked. That's a great one. Absolutely. Know where you want to be, know where you're going, and just keep showing up. If you show up every day, you'll always be there before you asked. Let people contribute. Absolutely. Open up your eyes, open up your heart, let other people ask for help. Absolutely. That is a way to build community. Let people lead, letting other humans lead. Absolutely. And normalize being human. We all have flaws, right? We all have, life happens, things happen every day. So just normalize being human, having a little vulnerability, having a little bit of empathy, and that will help you to build community over time. Absolutely. Something's out of order here. Sorry about that. We are back. We are back here on Kindness Rising. Absolutely. I knew there was something a little strange going on. Here's Sensei Whiskers once again.
Alone, you're a spark. Together, you're a bonfire.
Whoa. Momentum of community. One spark leads to another spark, and eventually the place is lit up like a bonfire. That's the message there. We want to welcome every spark that joins our community, that takes a minute to visit with us here at Kindness Rising. Get involved in the chat, talk about it, and then don't forget to get over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends on the Mornings in the Lab network coming up at 8 o'clock, because today Keith is going to be talking about how to use your morning routine as a weapon instead of waking up behind. We know we always talk about not hitting the snooze button. Most guys roll straight from that alarm into chaos, but Keith is breaking down why those first 60 to 90 minutes can hardwire calm, focus, and momentum in your morning. Absolutely. Not with perfection, but with simple, repeatable habits that actually stick. So I think you should get on over. I know I will be getting on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends as part of the Mornings in the Lab network. Absolutely. All right. We've got a few extra minutes somehow. That's all right. We can have extra minutes. Let's see if we can get some chitter chatter getting at her. Oh, here's a good one. What online spaces have made you feel seen or understood lately? I certainly hope that's not a leading question, but I certainly hope that Kindness Rising is one of them. But do you have any other suggestions out there? Places where you've been, sites that you visit that make you feel connected, that make you feel part of a community. All right. Anybody got one? Let's hear about it. Let's hear about it. I know I am starting to make some really good connections back over on LinkedIn. I've spent some more time there than I have lately, than I had been, and certainly have built a small group of people that I follow, that follow me, that we interact and have our own little community. I wouldn't call it quite a pod like some people would call it, but there's definitely people who are in my life deeper on certain platforms that I enjoy interacting with, that maybe I've only met over Zoom or never met at all. But it's a way to connect in community. Whatever you have, wherever two people are gathered, that's a community, right? And we are gathering right here on Kindness Rising every weekday morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Absolutely. All right, we'll just take a minute. Well, I just want you to remember that your community does not grow in isolation. You have to put yourself out there. I'm putting myself out there every morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, to grow. All right, Mom, water aerobics. Nice. That's where your community is growing? Are you literally watching the show from water aerobics? That would be impressive. That would be impressive. All right. Well, I am glad that you have all chosen to spend just a little bit of time here remembering those neighborhood games where we grew up interacting with each other, running all over each other's streets, their yards at night. I know we were a big kick the can neighborhood where I grew up. You never knew. Most everybody was out every night, and that's just what you did. You ran around and you played, and sometimes you ended up in someone's basement playing video games or just hanging out, or sometimes you just went home. But that's the kind of neighborhood I grew up in. It was an amazing place to learn how to interact in community with other human beings, just like we do here at Kindness Rising. Absolutely. Remember that community is magic, not because it's polished, but because it's shared. Humans are meant to belong to each other, to someone, to a group. And that's what we're building here at Kindness Rising and Mornings in the Lab Network. So please come back and join us tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern on Kindness Rising. And until then, stay uncommon and stay kind. What if your mornings could be inspiring and ridiculously fun?
Kindness Rising isn't just a show, it's a full wake-up vibe.
It's freaking fun, people.
Yeah, man, it's got real get after it energy.
I love it.
Wake up with Kindness Rising.
I help purpose-driven people grow their impact. 5-ingredient recipe to help you build your personal brand. Get out there and take kind action.
If it's live, they'll feel it.
On Kindness Rising, we bring you proven strategies and fresh ideas you can actually use. If you're not failing, you're not trying.
Exactly. Fail fast, rebound faster.
You'll see the bloopers and the genuine connections that make kindness contagious. We sometimes get into a little bit of trouble.
Pretty much my life made the list.
You can trust what you see right here is honest, respectful, and uplifting. Social impact organizations, and we always talk about them. Try kindness. It's way cheaper than therapy. You just made my day.